Hello everyone, welcome back to SFDC Panther. My name is Amit Singh, and in this video we will talk about how we can use Aura component inside our Salesforce Flow Builder screen flow. We will also talk about how to use LWC component, but this video is mainly for our Aura component. Before we go ahead, please do like, share, subscribe the channel, and also press the bell icon. So today we don't have any such scenario that we are going to do here is, but one thing that we will do here is that is very important. The rich text area component for any flow builder screen. Okay. So if we create a screen flow as we have talked about, and if you try to add a screen and under that screen, if you try to find out text area rich component, okay. Text area rich component means that you wanted to add some images, you wanted to format your data, and that kind of information you wanted to put in a screen, and then that should be get saved into your Salesforce rich text area field for a particular object. Okay, so you will not be able to do that without having any custom code. So that is what we are going to do here is, so what we will do is, I have a rich text area field on my opportunity object, which is a custom field called description. So we will just quickly have a simple fields for creating the opportunity, and then we will also have that rich text area component. Before we get into that part, what we will do is we will add a screen component over here, and then we will talk about how to get that is rich text area component over here. So this is our screen says that opportunity information, and under input if you find rich you won't find that. Okay, see, you there is nothing, there is not such component related to rich text area. So for now just click on done and save the flow so that we can just save our progress. So first thing, we have to create a component which is available for our flow, right? So what we will do is just go ahead in the file into our developer console, click on new and say lightning component. And here you can give the name of your component, which is, so let's say that I'm going saying that rich text area component Aura. Okay. Why I'm putting Aura? Because in the next video we will talk about LWC. So we will append LWC there. Okay. Now here what we wanted to have is we wanted to say submit. Don't select any of these things. We will say submit it. Now what we need is we need the rich text area component. Okay, so for that go to the component library, and this is the code that we wanted to have for rich text area. So just go ahead and copy this and paste it over here. So we have just used one variable, and then we are using lightning input rich text area, and then we're displaying the output. So how it will work here if you test this, so they say that this is simple value. So whatever we are typing we are able to see over here. So if you want you can keep this output. Usually we don't be having, so I will be removing this so that we don't have that. We only have that text area component, that's it. Okay, and then this is value, my value, or whatever you wanted to have, you can have that. Okay, and save it. So this component will still not be visible to the flow. The reason is there you have to implement one interface. You say that implements, and here you have to say that lightning colon available for flow screens. So this is the interface that you have to implement, lightning colon available for flow screens. So as soon as you implement this interface, your component will be available there in your flow builder. So now if you try to refresh this page, because after refreshing only we will be seeing that component. So here in the screen flow, just double click, edit that element, and then what you have to do is just input display and then custom. What you find is there is rich text area component. If you see here you will get that component here, and you can say that it is description, or you say that opportunity description, whatever the label you want it to have. Okay, and then you just click on done and try to save it. If you debug it you will be able to see that rich text area there as an output, because we are using our custom lightning component, and then click on run. So you can see here you are getting this text area component, whatever you wanted to have, anything. If you wanted to have some sort of say that list style, you have that, right? You see here. And then if you wanted to change it to bold, or if you wanted to change the font size, you wanted to put some underlines, you wanted to some strike it, every single thing is here. Okay, but if you see that the label is not displaying, okay, and what if you wanted to pass some information from your flow to your lightning component? how you will pass that. So to do that, first thing we will talk about that label, right? So what we will do is we will go to this documentation, and then there is label visible is true. Okay, so we can just say, okay, label visible is true. Okay, now it is true. There could be one variable which we say that, okay, it is required or false. Okay, so now what label we wanted to have? So we will be having the label over here. Okay, we will be having either it is required or not, and then we will say what is the value. Okay, and then placeholder. So let's quickly create the variable for all three. So we will say that it is one variable for label and one variable for required. Okay, and for value we will say that value. Instead of my value, let's make it as value. For label, let's use whatever the label will be there in the variable. And similarly for the required attribute as well, either the text area is required or not. So now what we have is we have created the variables, and let's create one more variable which says that, okay, I am the placeholder. Okay, and we will also have the placeholder so that every single thing is dynamic. So we have got these four variables. Now if we want to pass these values from aura, from float over aura component, so how we will do that? For that we have to create a design component. So just select this design, and then here we have to create the attributes. So how we will create here is, we will say that this is going to be design colon attribute, and name is going to be whatever the name we have. So here we have got name, right? So this name should be matching whatever we have created there in. And then type, we will be having a string because that is what we have. And then you can say that description. So we don't need to provide the type because that is not supported. We just need to say name and description. Okay, and similarly we will do for all our four variables. So we have got label, and we will say that the label, then we will say required. Here either the value is required, the input is required or not. Value should be true or false. And here in your what we say that in your component, you need to make sure it is a boolean value. Okay, and then placeholder, let's say that the placeholder. Now we have got these four variables which we are exposing to our component, to our flow, not component. Okay, now we already have saved this, we just need to refresh it again so that we can get those updated component code and we can pass those values. So again, just go ahead and edit this component, edit this element. Okay, so here now you see here label you have got, say that opportunity description, and we will, for this placeholder we will say that type your content here. Required we will say it is a true, so we will pass global variable. And value we don't have anything. Okay, we don't want to pass the value, so we will say that, okay, click on done. Again you have to save this, and then now we need to debug it. So now you can see here you are able to see it is opportunity description, that is required, your content is here, and if you click on finish, you are getting to the finish screen. That is still, the required is still not working, right? How to make that required working? Because if our component is required, it should ask for the input, right? It should ask by telling us that your component is required, you have to provide some information. So for that, how we will do this? We have to modify our component code, and how we will do that, let's quickly see. So to validate the input for the flows in our aura component, what we have to do is we have to put two things. One is our aura handler, which is going to be our type of aura action. Okay, and then one is going to be our handler, which will run whenever our component gets loaded. So this action have two different things. Okay, what two different thing is, basically what it does return is, it returns a two variable which is valid, which tells that either the component is valid or not. Okay, and then it errors, or sorry, it returns one more thing which is error message. Okay, and it says that if component is not valid, what is the error message? This is what our aura action return, and the name should be validate, because this is the method which is basically a type of what we say that this method is basically the method which is provided by flow interfaces, which is this available for flow screen. And then we have this init handler which is going to run whenever our component loads, whenever our rich text component loads. And what we will do here is we will add a function to this particular variable, so that every time we change a variable, this function will be invoked, and then it will tell either the value is valid or not. So here in this do init component, what we have done is, see here, this is a very simple method. We have an error. We say that, okay, where error, please complete record information. Then we are saying that component.set v.validate. The validate is our variable that we have. You see here the name of our attribute. Then we say that v.validate, and it is a function. That is why we are saying that, okay, add a function to this particular value, and what its function is saying, check if the value is required and there is nothing in the component value, in the value variable. If that is the case, return is valid, and then error message is valid is saying that false. Okay, and then we can say that, okay, whatever we have else, we can say that it is valid is true and we are not returning any error. We can say that, okay, undefined. Okay, so this is what we have to do in order to make sure that our flow is forcing the user to provide the input. If the flow is asking or flow is saying that that input is basically required. Okay, now we have made the changes in the flow builder. We don't need to make in our lightning component, we don't need to make any changes in the flow builder. We will just quickly go ahead and debug this, and then just go ahead and click on run. So this time you see here, if I say finish, this time I see, right, please complete record information, the error message which I'm throwing from my lightning component. I'm saying that this is simple value. If I'm putting this and then now click on finish, I'm here and my screen says here I've got here, and this is what I have typed, and this is what I have as a value. Okay, this is simple value. So that is how you can force the required values, the required input in your Aura component, what whenever you are using that Aura component inside your lightning flows. Okay, now if we wanted to complete this flow, we wanted to have some values like, say that what opportunity name is. Okay, then what is the stage, that means pick list. We can have this, what is the pick list, and then what is the close date, so that is the date format. And then we can also have the lookup, which is going to say that, okay, this is going to be our account. And then if you wanted to have some currency for your amount, the opportunity amount, you can also have that. So you already know how to do the setup for all these fields, so we don't need to I don't need to tell you how to do that. So I'll just quickly go ahead and do the setup for all these. So I have just did the setup. Okay, if you want to see, you can see all these inputs has been set up by me. And then what we'll do is, we will add a create record component over here, which is going to create the opportunity for us. Now it's done. We are going to use the separate values so that we can choose our component, the object which we wanted to create. We have name, account, stage name, amount, close date, and description. These are the values that we have. So just go ahead and map these values. Like name, you already have the name, so you have to use the component which is name. Then you have the account ID. You already know how to do that. You have the lookup, and then record ID is the one. Then you have got the stage name. You already have that pick list component which is stage name. Then you have close date. You've got the close date. You have description. I have that custom description. This is my rich text area field. How you will map this? For this, you have to find out your description, which is opportunity description, and under that you have got this value, right? This is the variable that we are exposing using our design. And then there is one thing which says that amount. We already have that amount as well as a part of currency. So we have mapped all these fields, and then go ahead, click on done, add a fault path, and then for fault path you can just add a screen which will say whatever the error is there. You already know, like multiple times we have added the error message, so you don't need like I don't need to tell you what error message or what information you need to put there to display the error message. But again, it is a flow.fault message. Okay, if there is any error, from here you can just say that, okay, connect to screen, and then you can go back to your opportunity information. If there is any success, you can add a success screen says that, okay, the record has been created. Or what you can do is, you can say that, okay, connect to element, and then get back to your opportunity information. So if the success is there, get back there. If success is not there, display the error and then get back to the opportunity component. Go ahead and click on save, and then debug it. So this time you can see here, I'll say, okay, just name it as SFDC Panther. For the accounts, we can select whatever the account we want. Select stage, close date you can select, have to provide the amount, and then you have got opportunity description, right? So you say that this is simple description, and then what you can do is you can also go to your component and then copy paste whatever the code you have. Not here, this is the one we have got this. Okay, this is the complete code that we have got as an output for our description. We'll say that click on next. If there is any error, we will get here. It says that okay, unfortunately there was an error, please try again. If problem continues, get in touch with the administrator. Okay, so basically there is an error while creating the record. So let me quickly delete some of the component from the description, might be because of this. Go ahead, click on next. Okay, it says that now we have got this required values. So what we'll do is we'll say that okay, run again. So for now I'm just putting some here, say that whatever we have got, say some sort of listing. Okay, this is what I'm putting. Click on next, and you can see here the opportunity, this create record, and this is our opportunity. That is what we have got here. And then as soon as this record has been created, we are here under the same screen, which is asking us for create another opportunity, right? If you want to test this opportunity information, you can get back to your record detail page and replace the ID. You will see that opportunity. One thing that you don't see here is, if you see here, you don't see any button for attaching the image over here. Every single thing is there, but what if you wanted to put an image over here? How you can do that? Okay, so for that what you have to do is, in the component library, find your rich text input. That is what we are using. And then here what you have to do is, in the documentation, see here, if you find image, you can see here it says that image. What we have to do is, okay, say that insert content image button, the image should be displayed. You include lightning colon insert image button component in lightning input rich text. Okay, what you have to do is, you have to use this lightning colon insert image button. Okay, so what you do is, you say that okay, find here image, you got this insert image button, right? Just copy this, the particular code, get back to your developer console under the component. Okay, just delete the closing and then close it after that, and then put that insert image button between your lightning the input rich text opening and closing content. Once you have done this, okay, I believe we have closed this flow, so I'll just go ahead and open this. This is the one. Then run this, sorry, not run, we had to debug this. So this time you can see here there is a image button over here, and if you wanted to see whatever the image button is, you'll say that this time sfdcpanther.org, and you can select whatever the account you want. And before I go ahead and insert this image, I will show you that this is the opportunity which we have created, and we are able to see each and every single information, right? Every single thing that we have done. So this is what you have. This is the description that we have provided as a part of rich text area. Now here, if you say, go ahead and click on select any image. So I have just selected simple image, and I say that social sign-on for Salesforce communities. This is my image which I have selected. Now if I click on next, if there is any error, I'll get the error. Otherwise, I will be there on the create a screen flow, and you see here that is the create a screen flow. And if you see here, what we are getting is, we say that okay, this is what the input is. This is our opportunity information screen. Every single input here we are saying, and we are also able to see the image over here. And this is the opportunity which has been created. Now, if you wanted to replace this ID with this particular newly created opportunity, you will be able to see that images over there in the description field. One thing that we have to modify in our flow is, we need to remove this element. Okay, the connection we have to remove. So what we have to do is, we say that okay, delete connector. The reason why we are deleting this, because whenever we are uh, getting the error, the component is quickly getting back here, and then both the component are getting displayed. So we don't we need to make sure that we are displaying only one. Okay, and then go ahead and activate this flow. This is what you wanted to activate. Now get back here your opportunity. You can see account, amount, who is the owner, and then if you scroll down to the this text area field, you see here that image is here. So this is it for this video, how to add the component or a component inside your flow. In the next video, we will talk about how to add the LWC component inside the flow. Before you go ahead, please do like, share, subscribe the channel, and thank you for your time. We will meet into the next video. Thank you.